The key to life is balance. Key to life is always balance. And people aim to get happy. People really, really try to get happy because they think, oh, I want to be happy. Being happy is going to make life great. But you can't really be happy all the time, you know. And if you are happy all the time, you kind of would just get accustomed to it and not really appreciate it as much. You know, like if everything went well, that's how you end up with spoiled children, you know. And when things go wrong, they don't really know how to handle it because everything was going well their whole life. That's why some parents are like, let me do everything for my child so that my child doesn't have to struggle. And then when the child gets older, the child does not know how to handle struggle because they never learn to, struggle. You know what I mean? It's, oh my goodness. Hold on. Right, so they never struggle, so they never learn how to struggle. It's like when parents have disagreements and they don't want to argue in front of the children, which I do get, you don't really want to argue in front of the children, but the children don't really end up learning conflict resolution because all they see is the parents being good all the time, and then once the parents are not that when once they get into their relationship and they have any kind of problem, they're like, why am I having problems? I'm not supposed to be having problems because my parents didn't have problems. And yeah, I think too many people try to avoid negative emotions, negative feelings, negative consequences. People try to avoid negative at all points, and that's not a very helpful way to live. It's not a wise way to live. That's not a balanced way to live. That's searching for the impossible because nothing is great all the time. Nothing at all is great all the time. And if you spend your entire life looking for something great, you would. I realize over here look like okay. I'll make sure y'all don't have too much to judge me for it. Man. Yeah, I clean up the hole over here. Clean up this whole something. Anyway, um, so I think, and that's something I learned too. Like I when I was younger, like young people love to enjoy themselves as much as possible. But the more you pursue like enjoyment and pleasure, the more other things suffer. Like when I was younger, I wanted freedom to just do whatever I want when I wanted to do that, and I did do that. I mean, I still kind of want to do it, but I am looking for a more long-term way of doing it instead of work. I mean, I still had to find balance because I would work for a bit, make the money, buy a ticket to another country, and pretty much just survive on as little money as possible. Survive on as little money as possible, just so that I know that I could be in another country, enjoy myself traveling, right? And that's fine. That's good. That's okay. But the balance was that I need to stop and find work. Like and just that's the same with people who work all the time. You work, you work, you work, you work, you work, you work. You're not enjoying yourself. At some point, your body's gonna crash and burn because you need some form of enjoyment, some form of entertainment. Because life is about balance. Life is always about balance. There's no yeah. There's like okay. I kind of like to drink alcohol. I had some drinks yesterday, and yeah, some drinks yesterday, and after the drinks, I felt like during the drinks I felt good, but today I feel kind of meh because that's what happens when I drink. There's a benefit to it, but then there's a consequence as well. You have a lot more energy, a lot more, you're a lot freer. Is freer the word or whatnot, and but then afterwards, you get on right back down to meh. If that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I know it makes sense. It's just I don't know if I'm saying it in the right way. But yeah, the key to life is balance, and the quicker you find the balance, the better life becomes. And like I used to want to be happy all the time. I don't care to be happy all the time. I'm good with finding a healthy balance where I'm not too excited, but I'm not too low. You know, sometimes I get low and sometimes I get excited. But normally when I get too excited, that's when I tend to get low. So I try to find a healthy balance. You know, I try not to drink too much coffee, consume too much sugar, drink too much alcohol. You know, I just kind of, and if I drink alcohol, I have to drink a lot more water to balance out the effects of the alcohol. You know, so it's balance. Balance is life. Happiness is having a quote unquote happy life is a life where you found balance and you're okay with not being extremely happy all the time. You're okay with not having fun all the time. You're okay with not having freedom all the time. Now, that's the one I struggle with because I want freedom all the time. You know, you struggle with a lot of things, but oh, I don't know. Yeah, I just had to make a video. That's kind of why I'm making this video, but it was something that was on my mind. Kind of, I turned off my fan so that it wouldn't make any sound. And now I'm hot and sweating. Can you see me sweating? You probably can't. But that's it. That's all. I don't really have too much else to say. Okay, bye. I'm gonna stop you now. Stop you now.